bit about what's going on in the church, maybe answer some questions, but I'm always uncomfortable with this because I feel comfortable when I'm in the Word of God. You get me out of that, I don't have a lot to say other than a few notes, but therefore I'm going to weave it all together, all right? Maybe more for my comfort level than yours, but there are some things that I want to share with you from the Word of God that I hope will help you really see, once again, who we are as a church, why we do what we do, where we are going, and so forth. You will recall, and the last time we were together, we were looking at the staggering ways Satan and his minions worked through wicked people, religious people, to somehow bring such torture to Christ and all that belonged to him. And you may recall that I said that if Satan's violence was that bad when the Lord was here the first time, just think what it's going to be like before he returns. And we're beginning to see that. I mean, you can see it in ISIS. You can see stuff in our own country. And so we know that what the world promised is happening, and that is that the world will hate you because it hates me. And as we look at the constellation of prophetic signs, we have every reason to believe that the Lord could return very, very soon, anytime. And we need to be ready. Moreover, we need to be busy about serving the King. And as we see all of this hatred mounting, we can be assured that Satan is going to do everything he can to discourage us, believers, not just here, but all around the world, distract us, and somehow defeat us, not only individually, but in terms of our families, our marriages, our church, our communities, and so forth. And certainly we're not immune to those kinds of attacks. I'm sure that some of you, just like me, at times feel discouraged and frustrated, and it's easy to get distracted from what is really most important. But I'm thankful that Jesus said this, I will build my church. Because I can't, you can't, but we can trust that he will. And he is doing this all over the globe, including here at Calvary Bible Church. And as I mentioned last week, because Satan knows that his days are numbered, he is going to do everything he can to somehow thwart the purposes of God in our church and our families. And we have to be aware of that. But also, we can see how the omnipotent, faithful, loving hand of God is blessing what we are doing here. And so I wish to address this morning some of the things about what God is doing at Calvary Bible Church. Why are we doing some of the things we're doing? Where are we going? What's the purpose of this or that, and so forth. And it's important for us to be careful that we don't somehow create a false narrative, and that's easy to happen. You know, sometimes if you don't have the facts on things, you create facts. I'm guilty of that. We all are, and we've seen that from time to time in this church. So we want to be careful with that. And I might also add that this is not going to be on the internet. Okay, this is just for us. If you want a copy of it, I'm sure Joseph can give you a DVD or what is it, CD, whatever it is. And maybe even Mickey can put it on the back side of the website where nobody else can get it unless you want it with a password. But in order to do this,